And we're live. We're live. I'm late. Sorry. Hi, everyone. How are you? Let me make sure my mic is up. Everything is up all the way. Michelle Howell said, hi, Shakira. How is your baby girl doing? She is good. She's asleep right now. Mari B said, hey, baby girl. How are you? I'm good. Kai Kai Jai Empress say hey. Hi Kai Kai Jai and Fly Field says hi all the way from England. Hi. Miss Gold is here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. Your hosting says so pretty. Thank you. Mimi said looking lovely. Thank you. And Michelle Howell said awesome. Baby good and resting. Yes, she is resting. She is definitely resting. Um, So I don't know which topic you guys want to talk about first. We have a lot to talk about since I did not go live last week. Last week we were actually in a hurricane. So that's the reason why I didn't go live. But we have a lot to talk about. Do you guys want to talk about Shenseea first? Do you guys want to talk about Spice first? Do you guys want to talk about my cousin? Because I didn't even know that my cousin, like blood relative, made front page news yesterday. Anyways, which one do you guys want to talk first? The first five people that comment, I'm gonna go with um that. Whoever scores the most votes, really. And I'm sorry if my voice keeps chipping in and out. Ever since I got sick, I went to the hospital. My voice has been weird, and I've been coughing and all of that. So one, two, three. Okay, my cousin win. So I'm gonna go to the official article. I've talked to one. I've literally talked to one of my cousins about this. And that's how I found out it was a blood relative. She posted the picture from Jamaica Observer on her stories. I was like, the freak? She looked familiar, but I wasn't paying it any mind because yesterday I went out shopping with Milani and took her to the park and I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. So I didn't pay social media any mind until later on that night I went on social media and seen it in my cousin's story. So I texted her like, please tell me a lie. Please tell me I know who me think this is. It is. And my cousin actually confirmed that it's in fact our blood cousin. Um, it's actually super disheartening, really, because Minoir, as that's what we call her, Venetia, and anybody who Noir, she's a super duper sweet girl. Me never see her here, Venetia, even get in an argument with anybody. Okay? And the best of us always get in an argument with people, especially where me come from and where my family reside. The fact that me never hear in a no argument with nobody and she never have no disagreement with anyone is crazy to me that this is how she lost her life. Crazy. And y'all see me. If people know me in real life, the first thing they'll tell you is that my face stay as hell. Okay? And the fact that she don't have any encounters with anybody like that tells you all you need to know. So it says woman dead, spouse in custody after dispute over party. And this is from Jamaica Observer. It says a woman is dead and her common law husband in police custody following a domestic dispute over attending a party on Sunday night in Top Hill District Retreat in Westmoreland. She has three kids, three children, and she just left her three children. He's not there to take care of those three children because he's going to go to jail. From what I'm gathering from my family members, at first he said it was an accident. But when the police got there, she our head mash up, like mash up. So if something is an accident, how would that happen? Like me can't get my mind over um around these stories, because if you love somebody, you would never hurt them intentionally. So me can't get me head wrap around these stories. And I'm so sorry for Venetia Tree pitting them, because no one is gonna take care of your child like you are. Me not care who wants say this and say they love that and your blood family. And no one is gonna take care of your child the way you are going to take care of your kids. And people like love make assumption about people, and especially when women die like this. But I feel like this needs to be talked about. Jamaican men mental health is a thing, and I said this in my last live. Jamaican men mental health is a thing, and it needs to be addressed. A lot of these Jamaican men, and I'm gonna say a lot based off statistics, have a lot of trauma. They have a lot of unhealed bonds, relationship bonds, and emotional bonds with other women. Them things say the same thing that them other woman do to them, you are capable of doing, and they don't give you any room to make any mistakes. The fact that they had a dispute over her going to a party is crazy. A party? First of all, you don't own anyone. If you're in a relationship, you don't own anyone. Whatever a woman or a man wants to do, they're going to do, whether you're there with them or you're not there. And I've realized that Jamaican men, some were raised in single mom households, and because their mom was the sole provider, protector, and everything in the household, a lot of them resent their mother. A lot of them have love hate relationship with their mother because their daddy wasn't there to actually put them in place, punish them, show authority. They actually resent their mom, and sometimes I've been talking to my therapist about this for about 3 weeks straight. I feel like, and this is just my opinion, I feel like because a lot of Jamaican men are raised in single woman household, they feel like because their mom was the one that was disciplining them, when they get older, and they're with women, especially Jamaican women, they feel like they can live out their childhood dreams of beating their mother ass, but beating and beating the person that they're with, the person they must sleep with. They get to live out their childhood dreams with the woman that they are sleeping with, because when they were younger and they were being disciplined by their mom or whichever woman in them family, they couldn't hit them back, them couldn't back chat, them couldn't do any of those things. So when they get older and they have the means and ways of fighting a woman, beating her up, choking her out, all the things that they would have done when they were children but couldn't do. Once you get into an argument or a disagreement with them, that's the place that their mind goes immediately. Not conflict resolution, not, okay, I'm gonna give this a break because it's going nowhere fast. Let me go away, go breeze out. Let me go into a different room. Let me go to a different area. Let me go to my family house. No, not conflict resolution. They immediately goes to my mother, my auntie, my grandmother used to beat me ass. So because you turn up in front of me, and me a man now, okay, watch what me all do. Me all do everything what me could never do when me did younger to you. And a lot of these men are victims of emotional abuse and physical abuse, because being a single parent is a lot. I see my mom did it. I seen her in a happy, healthy marriage. I seen both sides. I've lived to see both sides. So being a single parent is a lot on a woman. Okay, especially when it comes on to reprimanding and disciplining her son or sons, it is a lot, and it gives a lot of emotional turmoil and emotional baggage, because women are not meant to be in that position to be disciplining men or disciplining anyone in any capacity. We were never put on earth to do it. And a lot of times, because men are not there, Jamaican men are not there because them gone about them business and the woman have to do it, it put Jamaican women in a very sticky situation. Like, that's not our place. Authentically, that is not our place. And when we are forced to do it because them father won't do it, it puts a lot of emotional turmoil and baggage on the relationship that a mother and a son would have. And that's where the resentment come. That's where the love and hate relationship comes with their mothers. And that's where a lot of narcissism comes from also. Because a lot of the times, because a man isn't present in that relationship, the son has to fulfill the role of a husband to his parent, his mom, emotionally. And a lot of times women don't even actually realize that this is what they're doing to their sons. Their sons have to constantly check on them, especially when they're teenager. Their son have to constantly check on them. Their son have to constantly make sure that they're okay or help foot a bill in the house. They have to make sure that they're the man of the house and they're protecting and providing. They're actually fulfilling all the emotional roles of a husband, but that is your son. So when a lot of Jamaican men turn out to be the way that they are and become abusers, is because they were abused and their father was not present in the household. So Jamaican women, it seems honestly, we are targets for Jamaican men. And I'm going to say this again. A lot of Jamaican men are living out their childhood dreams with the woman they are sleeping with. They were unable to speak their minds or defend themselves when they were younger because they were in a single parent household with only their mom. And when they find that they're with a Jamaican woman, it's so triggering to them that they have a Jamaican woman and this woman is very close, sometimes have the same train of thought or the same thought process as their mom, or them sound like them mother, or them look like them mother, because you guys know what they say. Men always go for women that have some resemblance of their mom, whether they like it or not. They always end up with somebody that has the resemblance of their mom, and they are always married to that person, whether they like it or not. So they are fulfilling those childhood realities. And mental health, it needs to be talked about. Conflict resolution needs to be talked about. When things are so heated and so hot, a lot of the times egos are so big between both Jamaican men and women that no one is going to back down. And I find that I love the fact that I'm able to text my therapist or call. I have a busy schedule. So if I need to check in with her, I text and actually like vent, because I find that Jamaican men feel like we are not the same. Jamaican women that was raised in a single parent household, they went through the same y'all went through. We were emotionally abused and physically abused just like y'all. Okay? We were used emotionally and physically just like you. The same blood will run through your veins is the same blood that run through ours. The same ancestors that never used to take shit is the same ancestors we come from too. So this is fire meeting fire. And if there's no extinguisher there, what does fire and fire do? It makes an explosion. It burns down everything. And it needs to be addressed. And I'm tired of seeing people blaming the victim and talking about, oh my God, these women need to go leave. And that's true. Women need to leave. But Jamaican men need to actually figure out, why is it instead of walking away, ending a relationship, they turn to killing. And this is not just only in Jamaica, because even when they come to the United States, they do, or Canada, or England, or any other first world country, they seem to do the same thing. So instead of the next time you see one of these stories where a woman was killed, instead of trying to go in the comment section and say she should have left, and uh, all the craziness that I see in the comment section of her post on Jamaica Observer, I really wanted to cuss some people out, really. But I've been asking God and my ancestors to give me some level of unbotheredness, and they have actually been testing me and seeing if I'm taking what they're saying into consideration. So I did not say anything on there. I didn't even comment on there. And I see my other cousins and stuff in the comment section going at it with people. But Me, I beg for the level of unbotheredness, and I'm actually getting my wish. So I mean, I didn't even say anything. Instead of blaming the victim, figure out or tell these Jamaican men, hold them accountable. Y'all want to be leader, head of household, head honcho, uno want to be protector and provider, uno want reprimand woman and give woman advice. This is the advice that you need to give. Please, Jamaican men, seek help. Go to a therapist, go to a counselor. You don't have to go to a like a specialized therapist because that may be expensive, especially if you're in Jamaica. You can go to one counselor, someone that's a counselor in a school setting, a counselor that is a in the church, even if you're not got a church, someone that is in that field. Instead of blaming women, tell these men to seek help. They have a lot of unanswered mental issues and traumas and generational curses that they refuse to address. And a thing that I'm seeing on social media is men trying to correct or reprimand or hold the woman accountable for things. Um, and they're saying that how we don't listen and how we don't like to take accountability. And to a point, I agree. I realize that a lot of women don't like to take accountability for their actions and things that they cause to themselves. But here's the problem: men, especially black men, and I'm saying this with the utmost love in my heart. I don't have any ill intention or ill feelings. Like I used to be one of those women that used to be bitter as hell when I see like black men dating out of his race and stuff like that. I know, I'm just like, do you boo? But I'm saying this with the utmost love and the utmost care from a black woman to a black man. Please stop trying to correct black women. Please let black women do that. If you're going to correct a woman, let a woman do it. Let a female do it. And here is why. Black men and their ego got us into slavery. Yes, they were the head since back then. They were the head and they got us into slavery. When we got to other parts of the world within the slave trade, okay, they got us into slavery because of ego, pride, and everything else. Okay, we were good on the continent of Africa before them want people things, okay, that we had no issues wanting or are greedy. So them want the white man things, them start exchanging black bodies for white man things. We come here in a slavery. All right. Both black men and women work their ass off, get beaten, get enslaved. Then no, we come out of slavery. You guys turn black women into unwed women, raising black men by themselves. Okay, we become single mothers and statistics because of y'all. We become the leading group of people. Women become the leading group of people that is enrolled in college, have the most businesses, and Black men have become the least educated and the most incarcerated. So we are taking all the way back from slavery time to now. You guys have never been able to lead us. We've always had to pick up the pieces. And even when we had to pick up the pieces, we still conquered all, became the most educated, the leading group of people opening business and being entrepreneurs. So if you think that it's out of nowhere that Black women don't want to listen to you, is because from the beginning of time, you guys have been putting us into blood clot fuckery, and we've been listening to you guys from back then, and where have it gotten us? Unwed single moms that leading in education, okay, and the most in entrepreneurial skills. So if you want to hold a woman accountable, it's not your place. Yeah, let me come out and say what other women are thinking but are afraid to say. It's not your place to hold a woman accountable because you guys have not been able to hold yourself and your uncle and your father and your cousin them that are men accountable for the that you guys do since slavery. And now we're in a 2022 and you still want you want hold us accountable? No, my dear, it no work so. You haven't proven yourself to hold anyone accountable. When you start hold yourself accountable, the friends you keep, your father, your uncle, and your man cousin them accountable for the free that they put up and do in society, cheat on the woman them with them there with, abuse the woman with them there with, tell lie, deceive, manipulate. When you start holding man them accountable, then you can hold Black women accountable. Until then, you don't have no place the try hold we accountable for anything that we do, because you can't hold on your own self, on your own self accountable for nothing in this society. And you guys want to be head honcho because your egos are so high, when you guys haven't proven that you need to be head of anything at all. Before you try hold woman accountable, let another woman do it. Let another woman speak on it, because you guys have no right or no space to do so. It's on a right at all. And we can't take it all the way back to slavery days. Even when you're not slavery, you couldn't keep on pants, second head in on pants long enough. They over there they get self killed because one there with white woman. Uh, But want hold we accountable for something now? Now that we have to pick up the pieces, now that we have to live with the society that you, the head of the family, has brought onto us. No one hold we accountable. Yeah, okay. And not only these men, a lot of these men, parents, the single moms that raise these men, darling, dear, stop having these kids. Do not open, especially Jamaican women, and I'm saying this with Nothing but love and admiration for Jamaican women and black women in general, because me love woman. In the next life, I probably was gay or a lesbian or something. But, anyways, I'm saying this with the utmost love and care in my heart. Stop having these kids. Stop, open your legs and swallow the pitney them. Swallow them down your throat. Stop having these kids, because it's the only way we're going to get respect. If he not put no ring on your finger, if he's not trying to create a cohesive household, if he's not trying to lead a household and lead it properly, simple things like, okay, it's a new week. Okay, here, babe, here is the money for the week. Buy whatever that needs to be done for the week in cooking. So that's something I don't have to worry about and I don't have to stress about. Okay, the kids are not behaving. This is not my place to like do the whole authoritarian and punishment thing. It really gets me stressed out and aggravated, because this is not my place. This is not who I supposed to be in society. So honey, the kids are not listening. This is your time to shine. They didn't do their chores. These are their allotted chores for the week or for the day. They haven't done it. I'm stressed out. This is your time to. They can't do simple things like following through with stuff like that. But you want to lead a household? Yeah, no. Stop having these children swallow these kids. I need to put that on a shirt. Stop having these. Close your leg. That's the only way we're going to get respect. That's the only way these Jamaican men are going to stop killing us for foolishness. Close your legs. Swallow these children. And if you can't swallow, spit them out. Stop having these kids. Stop. And I know this whole wave of not, especially in the black woman category, of women not wanting to have kids and not dealing with men with kids and stuff like, I see like a new wave, a new phenomenon. But I'm talking to Jamaican women specifically, because me I talk about like African American people in the United States diaspora, where I see that kind of trending. I need Jamaican women to fall in the same line and do the same thing. Please, me, I beg you no. Close your legs, swallow or spit out these kids. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. Let me read some of these comment section. A lot of this stuff I've had in my head for weeks. Because I'm constantly texting my therapist and talking and like working my brain, trying to figure out like, how the did we get here? Not only as a Jamaican people, but black people in general. How did we get here? And why is it the way it is now? Please, may I beg you, before you give woman advice, give yourself some, give your uncle some, your father some, give all the men in your life similar advice. The same advice where you want to give woman, give it to all the men in your life. Let another woman give women advice, because we've been taking your advice till the end of time and it has gotten us nowhere. Unwed single mom that has to be fighting for our education, okay, and trying to be business owners and entrepreneurs. That's all it has gotten us. Take your own advice. Thank you very much. Intuitive mind. We were sold out by our own brother. Yes, we were. And it was because of greed. It was because our people are greedy and them see things where them never have that them did want. And the men, whether you like it or not, they were the head. They were the one making the business deals. We weren't allowed to do so. So if you want to blame somebody about that slavery happening, let the gender that's supposed to be blamed is black men. Them greedy, licky licky, jealous, and envious of what them see. White man brought to Africa and they wanted it, and that's why they start selling us for it. And we can come all the way back now to even out of slavery, even out of it. We still, as a woman, as a gender, getting blamed for that you guys did. We don't have kids when we don't trying to have relationships and we end up be single mom. We can't win. Then we hear, oh, you should pick better, you should pick better, you should pick. When we're picking, we think we're picking good. But a lot of these men have different personalities that they put on until they get you to right where they want you. And then it's downhill from there. And they don't give us no solution or no resolution than to leave and to willingly be a single mom. Anyways, Michelle Howard said, got to run, continue watching later. Bye, Michelle. Patty said, later, Michelle. And Kai just said, when are you doing over here, Tales? Paula W said, historical. And Neon Music donated $20. Thank you. Intuitive Minds, I go tell it on the mountain. Tells learning. Can stay. Honeybee 198 donated $5. Thank you very much. Elvis Ivor said, we black men always get the blame. Shaking my head. Because who is to be blamed? Me take it all the way back to slavery. Who is to be blamed, darling? Who was the head of household back then? Could we, the women, make business deals? Could we even speak to other men back then? No. You guys were the one making the business deal. You guys were the one making the trades. You guys were doing all of this. You guys were the head of the household. If you go back into time and actually study your history books, you would know that in Africa, before we were westernized, we were housewives. We were raising children. And the men were the protector and provider, and they did all the money stuff, and we handled the household. So who is to be blamed, darling? Who? Because we the follow Uno from back then and they listen to Uno back then and all know we can't get it right. So might as well we as women start listening to one another and stop listening to Uno. We are tired. Tired. Intuitive mindset, all your gingeration. Julian Camp said 100% true. They are accountable to be head galleys. Yes, my dear, that's all them want to worry about. They want to live bachelor life and entertain 50 million girl, but as soon as one woman entertain one man, them heart and soul and body whole mad, and they can't dish what they give. Kai Joy said they're lacking empathy and yes, this is another thing that I was talking about. They lack empathy and sympathy for women. That's why it's so easy to kill, abuse, and hurt, neglect, and emotionally abuse women. They lack a simple thing, simple, that most human beings should have and utilize: empathy and sympathy. Jesus, baby, if I'm supposed to go into that, that would be a whole show in itself. and why they lack empathy and sympathy, and the roads that they take and the courses and the things that they put in their mind to make sure that them no have no empathy and no sympathy for you either. Crazy. Crazy. Kirk will say, with that being said, me gone. Bye, Kirk. Mitch McBean say, condolence to you and your family. Thank you. Um, culturally, mothers are nurturers and dads are the disciplinarians. Yes, culturally and historically, that's how it was, and that's how it's supposed to be. But everything switch out now because black women statistically are single moms. So when we are forced to be disciplinarians, it doesn't end. It don't end good. Not for the mother, not for the child, not for anyone involved. Paula W said, culturally, Jamaican women like bad men who cannot help them. Me don't know if culturally that's a thing, you know. Cause me never see one Jamaican woman I say me I go look for gunman for the with. Well, allow me to tell, cause no, me see the girl and me singing a song, but the woman that I grew up with, me never hear them say, "Oh, me I go look gunman for the with." Most of the time, they're with men and they don't even know that they're a gunman until something happen and they find out. So me know about the culturally part. Now it's becoming culturally something a norm that women want gunman and them singing and them song and all sort of thing. But how me grow up with the woman them when me grow up with culturally, that wasn't a thing. And if it was one in very few. Like one in very few. We say them out there with bad man. Cause they when woman they there with man, most of the time then they're with them because they want to have an actual relationship and them have love for them. Sinister Henry say laugh out loud, you know, all of we swallow. I know all of we swallow, you say, girl. Like me say, it's either you swallow or pity out. Just stop. Stop. Kai Kai Dra Empress said that's because their advice is selfish and if me figure into that, if me go in the part about how they're lacking empathy and sympathy and all the advice that they give is how it's self-serving to them as men and how it's based on bias and stereotypes and how they view the world because they want to be at the top socially, economically, and everything that they do is based on that. That's a whole nother thing. They want to be the head of the hierarchy. Okay? And they will give whatever advice that's going to get them to the top or them think is going to get them to the top. Okay? The self-serving, you are onto something, dear sis. They will give the most asinine advice because they think they can get away with the same thing. Let me show you one example. This whole Nick Cannon thing. Nick Cannon have like 50 million baby mother. Okay. Men will tell and say that it's okay. It's okay because he can take care of those kids. He has the money to take care of those kids. He can fly a jet, go visit them, blah, blah, blah. They forget the emotional bandwidth that it takes to raise a children, like raise children or raise a child. Them feel say all them have to do is swipe them card or buy presents or be in and out emotionally available for their kids, and that's how kids are raised because of a lot of times that's how they were raised. That's what them daddy do. So them think it's okay. Them daddy jump in sometimes, daddy jump out. Okay, them daddy buy them love with money, and them think that's how a child is raised. Like the same Nick Cannon baby mother that they might give man advice, but it's okay as long as you can take care of the picnic them. These kids are scattered out all over the place. When it comes on to holidays and all of that, the kids don't even come together. Okay? They don't even come together. The mother them have to sign NDAs. Okay? One of them they complain about how she tired and your man have money and can't help you with a nanny. But only think that giving these women advice to keep having these kids or giving Nick Cannon advice to have as much as you can take care is okay. These women are psycho. They're crazy. They're putting their mental health, their body, and their mind at risk to have a child with someone like him. And then the man them would give advice about this is just like it's disgusting. Literal disgusting. Cause them think them can buy nurturing, love and respect with money. And them think if them have enough money that it will allow them to live the same lifestyle. When in truth and reality, it won't. So stop give advice on a lifestyle you can never live. The pitney them can't even come together and have no holiday. The more of them always up on social media argue about who have the best present and who got the best gift and who got the best Valentine's Day gift. And you're out here giving men advice to do the same thing. I guess they miss that the part upon social media. Them only see the announcement of the baby. They don't see the turmoil and the back and forth and the shade and all of that. Imagine your child grow up and have to see that on social media and see that's the situation your daddy put your mother in willingly. Both of them agreed that this was conducive for a child. You don't even know your other siblings them because you and your mother can't be in the same place at once. Very much self-serving. Let me move on because we won't get to the other topic then. Elvis, Ivy said, just tell the man, black man, them to stop kid. We tell them all the time, they not listen. So, uno black man need to do the talking. We tired for talk, they not listen. So, uno hold up the baton and tell them. Patsy Barnett said, don't even have advice for themselves. How can they give advice to another brother? That's another thing. They lack introspection. They can't even see themselves. Libra Sun says, Goddess, Libra Sun Goddess, I fully agree with your stance about Nick Cannon and raising children without emotional love. A reason why men think that this is okay also is because they didn't get the emotional love and nurturing that they needed from their daddies. So they think that because Nick Cannon is doing it, they can it's the same thing, it's okay. So because them never get it, them things and nobody else pick me, don't forget it either. So that's another thing. That's like this is a whole lot of video. Whole lot of video. I'm about to go run off the next topics because we if we figure in all of this, if we figure all of it in this, it's all about hierarchy, misogyny, and how they stand in society and how it best serves them as a gender, not as a collective, but as a gender. But anyway, I'll leave that at that and I'll go into the rest of the topics because, baby, I'll probably have to do a part two next week. Rest in peace to Venetia. You never deserve this. No one deserves this. And me I tell the woman them fi left long time, but they not left. So the man them need to tell the man them to stop kill off the woman them because sooner or later, outside, especially Jamaica, is going to look like prison. You know how prison full up a pay man? Also Jamaica will start look soon. Phone business that though. So Libra son God and say, OMG, you sound just like what someone told me about the generational curse of some Jamaican men. Yes, and they pass it along all the time. Anyways, so let's talk about Shenseea. Love Shenseea, okay? I'll have my harsh critiques for Shenseea all the time. It's out of love, okay? Because I want to see her win. Nothing more than seeing a Jamaican Caribbean woman win in the international sphere space. Me a nationalist. Me love Jamaica. So seeing her win is in my best interest, really. Why Shenseea go pick up Crawsis though? Why Shenseea left? Good Jamaica. When she could have picked up one of the Jamaican Crawsis man them, come to the United States of America. Come pick up Crawsis man. Why? She not listen to Summer Walker's album. She never listened to the number one selling R&B album from Summer Walker about their relationship because it was all about her relationship and love your Shenseea. But God know, you could have picked up blood clot, excuse me French, sorry, massacre, um, where the other one name? Give me some people name. Sking, Skillibang, some other person in the reggae hemisphere. Pick up and deal with and do fucker with. You could have pick up somebody from your culture and do this your foolishness with. If you want pick up crosses, man, Jamaica full of them, especially in the business that you're in. Why you cross the sea and come over here, come pick up crosses? At least when they with a Jamaican man, you'll understand because we are Jamaican. We understand how we grew up, we understand it culturally and intimately. But you take plane and land a US, come pick up crosses. Tell me how that works, is. Tell me how that works. I can't understand. It can't be the deal because Jamaican man, that are them specialty. So if you want crosses with good D, Jamaica is the way to go. And I can't the money because someone already tell you say it mean no blood clot. So whew, Jesus, them normally say if we can't hear, we shall feel. I guess some people don't like to take warning and heed. Them like to learn and feel. But me, I like the person who like learn from other people's mistake. So sis, right now, correct up. Why you never got? Matter of fact, she could have got there with Russian. She could have got there with Russian. Or maybe even Drake, because there was rumors that she was messing with Drake. Or Drake, because Drake kind of into our culture. But you gotta pick up this Crawsis, yeah? This here, Crawsis. Jesus Christ. Why we fool slow? Why we fool so as Jamaican woman? Please God, raise up the Yamisha them and the Yam head them from out a Jamaican woman. Please let us rise up from the level of Yamdom because Yamisha-ness I go kill we. So London on the Chalk, baby mother come on social media, and this was 2 days ago. Here on the Shade Room, her name is Ebony Voroni 2. She went on Instagram stories and said, I'm saying loud and clear, I mean it from the bottom of my soul. At Shenseea, you and your little narcissist son stay away from my daughter. Certain things can't slide, and she saying, I don't know, since certain people don't take things seriously, I'll make sure that certain things don't happen again. At Shenseea, you need to talk to your son and take him to therapy before he grows up and gets into real trouble. In the meantime, I'm saying loud and clear again, Shenseea, keep yourself and your son away in bold letters from my daughter for the rest of your life. Don't act like I didn't DM you first and reach out to everyone else. If people close to you didn't let you know, you're bad. You've been playing on my top from the jump, trying to make Paris call you mom like a weirdo. Now you and your son are weird as fuck. It gotta be your fault because he's a kid. I'm on your next mega mind. Everybody, every woman who London and the truck has ever been with has had problems with this girl. So you never see this as a forewarning. And I'm not even gonna bring Shensea's son up into this because what she's insinuating is crazy. And if it's false and attention she look for, me hope Shenseea do something drastic to her. What she's insinuating is crazy. And if it's false, that she's putting this out in the hemisphere, I hope Shenseea follows through with something drastic. Because one thing you don't do is involve children in a grown people business. She claims Shenseea been playing on her top from jump. I don't know what that means. Maybe Shenseea a troubler, a tormentor. I don't know. I don't know. But the babies are off limit. So the fact that Shenseea come from the land of Yam Dom and then come over here, come to Yam head for somebody with mad, mad people around them is crazy to me. She can't let it go. Out of all the people at this is what your name is trending for. Nicole Williams, I think she need to take this serious. Is America she live? I think so too. And if attention the ebony girl you look, make sure you gear and you protect your child in the same breath and same instant. Because what she's doing and the accusation she's making is crazy and it needs to be taken seriously. Libra Sun Goddess says some women need to understand that you can't fight for a man who doesn't want you. That's another thing. Stash, she shouldn't have ever said that big on she should have ever said that one big internet. Intuitive mind. Tell these men to be careful which soil they sow their seed in. That too. Mad as shad. Are we at that part, boat babe? You want conjoin? You have something to say? Mm. Yes, that's what they said in the comment section. Yes, very true. And same thing goes for men too. As far as women, be careful who you have children with, because they're sometimes psycho with mental issues. The difference between that is this: a man can't breed a woman unless she won't breed. That's so why if you choose crazy man, that means something that you crazy too. Whatever you say, darling. I don't choose enough. Anyways, dancehall income and say what type of adult would dish and child madness? The thing is, Shenseea left all the crosses, man, especially in the business that she's in, that's viable and accessible to her. If you come over here and pick up crosses, sis, exit, stage less. And like me tell the Jamaican woman, close your legs. Swallow or spit out these kids. And the same thing goes for Shenseea. Make sure you don't breed you. Cause pay attention to how we did Summer Walker. Walk away, childless and child free. Save your mental health. Don't don't involve yourself in the circus. Yeah. Move. Close your legs, swallow or spit out these kids. Please. And thank you. No bag can good enough for this. This a term earlier. This circus of baby mothers, there's no bag that is good enough. If you have your name and your pitney name trending on social media for foolishness, run. Run like you're mad. You left all the crosses Jamaican man them. If you come all the way over the US of A, if you gonna pick up big crosses, man, take the wheel, Jesus. Walk away slowly. Don't do it. Claudette say you look exactly like your husband. We would be rich at this point for every time we've heard it, and I don't see it, but obviously y'all do. I don't see it at all. Me and babe no favor. Then
Man, I
say,
look Jamaica, and the man I look Shenseea, Jamaica usually want broke man.
babe, shut up. Massacre, the rest of the people them
Then
were
my
in.
wife Shenseea, them a look a fuck.
Babe said,
There's a difference.
London on the track, the wife said, Shenseea.
Yeah, but she can yam out for a real rich American dude and get a whole heap of money outside. Jamaican man, when I play them games,
Babe, shut up.
we throw a cocky and that's it. Nothing but stiff dick and bubble gum, that's it. We don't give away money like that.
Babe, shut up.
Especially younger, an old man do them something that when they catch young,
Babe, shut up.
give money. They don't want
They're with somebody where you can. They two gonna have the same level of money. Go pick up Massacre or something.
Go pick up like she can't pick up. You can't pick up nobody. You can't pick up somebody when I want you.
Babe, I'm just saying, she's in the entertainment sphere.
So what that mean?
You don't need nobody bug.
That don't mean they want her. She see herself
if
going higher.
You mash up your pitney life and your life for a bag.
A lot of women do it. No phone do it. The phone mash up on the family, don't care about and pick them happiness when they're ready to
for
no, you don't. A lot of you don't. Your thing come first and pick me up to go deal with it. As some most of you do. When new man come in, this is mommy's new boyfriend. Mommy needs a life.
And the same thing go for Uno too.
No, we don't do stuff like that.
Uno do stuff like that.
Why you switch around to us now? Me talk about Uno. I'm going to talk about woman. We're talking about Shenseea.
We're talking about Shenseea.
Yeah, so stick to woman and Shenseea. I'm going to tell you that as a Jamaican woman, it's typical within the culture for Jamaican women. She will yam out for a rich Yankee real quick because at the end of the day, she looking at what she can get out of it. He's not the wife or enough. He's a person with influence in the field that she's trying to expand.
Our morals and ethics are depleted, because if this is what you think of us culturally,
how old is Shenseea?
24, 25.
Any girl from Jamaica under 13 have no morals and no ethics. See that?
What the hell are you talking about? Any girl under 30? No bag.
Morals and ethics.
No bag is worth your mental sanity.
I will tell her she mentally traumatized. She happy, you know?
She happy with her name trending on social media and her kids name being dragged as being
She come out and say she unhappy?
No.
Alright, she happy.
Sexually assault a child.
That's an allegation.
Allegation?
Yeah.
And that's what you're
People
happy about?
She not. People are not talking.
Babe say, you say she happy. Me just they reiterate.
No, she tell us that she's unhappy. She tell us that she's unhappy. You're assuming she's unhappy.
You may assume.
Yeah, go over there and look at she well happy.
If you're a mother and that's what your kids on an international front is on social media being talked about.
Mm-hmm. Listen, when you become famous, you can't run down everything everybody say. People are always going to say stuff about you. You spend your time running after these people talking about, that's not what my child did. This is not what you're going to end up being. Not going to be a full-time job. Mm-hmm. You work on social media now just for black people comment and fuss people. Mm-hmm. You're going to forget to sing song. You're going to forget to have dates book that pay you to go perform.
This year one I couldn't fly.
She no business. She happy.
It couldn't fly. I'm sorry. No, my dear. Host Karen Land mashup. Femi Pitney. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be something that my kid didn't do.
The goal is to be happy in real life and not on social media. So social media is not going in front world. Right? I know people are a little bit enticed and excited and entertain social media.
Well,
the goal is to be happy off social media. Mm-hmm. Social media is going to do what social media does. Mm-hmm. You make sure you're happy off of social media. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Enough people come with morals and ethics and values talk, and then like a pop up behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so social media. Make sure that girl the good looks part she no business about none of that. A serious charges does, and if anybody was going to, if they were going to pursue it, and turn it into something bigger. It'll be something bigger already. It's talk. It's rumors, like all other rumors.
What is life? Anyways, I fear her life and I fear it's her life to live, and who she want yam head for is her business, really. But let this be a lesson to other women. Don't
Yeah,
ill.
Crawsis, yeah, the family Jamaican boy. None of them know how I work. The one of them know how French people and young, so
Paula W says Shen couldn't find a jersey.
that's the thing. She don't qualify for a JD.
Me can't bother. Libra Sun Goddess said, let's see how this plays out. Let's see, because I'm gonna be watching and looking. Let's see.
One year here when I tell her the truth, you see, just tell her like she qualify for no JD.
She not look like she qualified for Jay Z,
You see how long, Beyonce back up on the minibus of class with her man. You see how much shit she got through with it.
Cheating,
She worked it out.
cheating and all.
She worked. That's not no big deal.
Beat up and all.
That's not no big deal. Who beat up who? Our sister.
Our sister beat him up.
Yeah, he never beat her up, so not say beating at all. But enough of man can say a Jay-Z now and feel like they deserve a Jay-Z, but they don't deserve no Jay-Z. Look at who has a Jay-Z, a Beyonce. How many Beyonces you know? Yeah. And she never comes so overnight and he never comes so overnight.
I'm sure.
And they stay together, and sharpen each other, and go through their ups and downs. That's why they say relationships that weather a storm are the most beautiful relationships, because somewhere down the road, both of them look back and be like, yo, damn, we've been through some things, baby. Look at what we've been through and look at us now. But nowadays, nobody now wait for that, so how them all find on Jay-Z? Well, they want to jump on billionaire. Billionaire don't want you, you're not even 1,000 years. I'm being stressed out.
I saw.
Who want to see the two position?
I saw. Anyways, let's talk about Spice for a minute. Then I'm gonna end this live because I have things to do. Me not do no video. I didn't cover it at all when they said Spice was in a coma and she wasn't doing well. I did not touch that topic at all. I didn't do anything on it. I was supposed to go live, but I didn't. So I'm gonna read what Spice posted on Instagram. It says, "Thank you, Jesus, for saving my life. Hey besties, I'm in a better space today to properly update you on my current health situation. I suffered a damaged hernia a few days ago that sent my body into sepsis. As a result, I was rushed to the hospital for immediate surgery. As you know, I've been off social media for a while to rest mentally. So little did I know that during my medical scare, it was already being said that I had a heart attack, I was in a coma, and I also died. But none of this is true. However, I'm still recovering from what really happened. So thanks so much for all the prayers and concerns. Please take great care of yourself. Eat, live, love, laugh like it's your last day. I love you all so, so much. And you don't know, Gracie always I gotta be herself. Me see it. Yeah, me see it. Me watch it. I guess this is no more jumping off. It's above my neck. You can't see nothing. You, you fight people. They can't see nothing below this. You want to see? To all the promote, so I guess this is no more jumping off a speaker boxes for me. To all the promoter that has confirmed booking with me, please accept my humble apology. Cayman, I know you was up next for the 25th of this month. However, I'll see you at a later date. Any further information needed, there always a contact in my bio. The Queen loves you all. First, on social media, it was she got do babe gone outside. First, it was she got do her body and she in a coma. Then she said them say a heart attack. All right, let this be a list. I'm gonna talk from personal experience. Big up to Gracie. Love Spice. Me love Spice gone to bed. Ask hubby. Okay. Maybe if me did one man, would have probably got there with Spice. But anyways, let this be a lesson. Take care of your health. Your health is your wealth. And me know Gracie is a girl who love cuss out people. And she always come on live and she always have her receipts. But your fans them want some clarification. We want the truth. Because there's too much mix up on things that was happening on social media. We want truth, especially for the real people that support and love you. We want to know the truth. If I really you go do your body and you're getting a problem, or a really hernia ruptured. And if you don't want to come out and just say it and give us the receipts to match our back, because now people are always going to have a question mark above you, whether it go so or it don't go so. You know how them stay, especially few people. So just tell we say you'll see if you don't want to give me the receipt on live, or if you don't want to tell we really, just say you'll see it on Love and Hip Hop. Stay tuned for Love and Hip Hop. You'll see all of the hit, you'll see the truth. But me need some clarification. Me need some clarity. Because honestly, me love your Spice. Me still have some questions. Me really still not sure if a hernia or a BBL. And I'm gonna be completely honest. When I had Milani, I was self-conscious, and after having so many comments on how you're fat and how you're gaining so much weight and how you don't look good again and all these things, I actually started to think about getting surgery. And I contacted a few places here. I mean, never did I go overseas if me did not do it. I contacted a few places here in Florida and they wanted me to do it and they were going to do it for free if I posted in exchange for content on YouTube and content on social media. So I want to know the truth, Gracie. I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth. If you don't want to tell me the truth, just say stay tuned for Love and Hip Hop next season, because we don't get all on the receipt, we don't get everything from this. So, because honestly, me still have questions. Really. But this goes to show you that health is wealth and you shouldn't play with it at all. You shouldn't play with your health at all. Today for we, tomorrow for somebody else. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, you're eating healthy, everything in moderation. I mean, I say just to change your life overnight. Start with one thing at a time. Maybe if you smoke, cut back on the smoking. Maybe if you drink, cut back on the drinking. Take a 30-day cleanse or a 60-day cleanse. Start working out, hot girl walks. Something. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And to all of the women out there that are self-conscious about your body, that want to get surgery, make sure when you're getting surgery, you are healthy. If that you really are going to do with your good money, make sure you are healthy before you go underneath the knife, because so many things can go wrong. Me could have be a dolly, but I am a dolly. But the daddy that I am, I went to the gym. And I told myself, if I can't get my body to the place that I want to get it at in a year or a year and a half, me don't get the surgery. I'm in a front, I'm in a hide and talk. I was about to get like, me never do not to my body because your girl have way a little tube, almost a little tubes. Too much ass already. Okay, sometimes it be doing too much. But the lipo, the 360 lipo, that they were gonna give me for free 99 for social media content, your girl was about to do it. Me not hide and talk. I was about to do it. I told myself if I could not get myself to where I wanted with exercise, me will get it. But I got my body to where I wanted to go into the gym. So before you take up cosmetics, make sure your health is on point and make sure that you can't, if you can't achieve it in the gym, at least you're making sure that you're healthy. Because getting cosmetic surgery is no joke, none whatsoever. Health is wealth, regardless of whatever you're going to do with your body. Cosmetics, gym, eat right, whatever it is. Health is wealth. But yeah, that is today's live. I'm 1 hour and I think this is a new record, baby. We're 1 hour and 21 minutes on here. I've never stayed this long on live a day in my life. Normally, by the 1 hour and 5 minutes mark, I'm off live. Today, very festive and fun, and I enjoyed my time with you guys. Babe, come, Sefi in peace, all of that. And let me say, because Babe always say, me never saying right about anything, blah, blah, blah. Which is why we're about to do our podcast together, because I want to have these conversation and I want you guys to hear these conversation because we're two polar opposites on a lot of issues. Yeah, very different. Our point of view very different, and we're going to start filming this week, this Thursday, our podcast together, so you guys will see that interaction and those topics being discussed in public. Babe is right. He's right. A lot of times we give up on our relationships too soon, and we don't like to put in the work to actually make it work. Whether that is going to therapy, whether that is your work by yourself or you're working on your relationship together, it's true. We're in a generation that we give up easy. Like with mother and with grandparents, we stay and tough it out and struggle it out. But we're like, babe, babe on the door. We're like, we don't want the struggle of, we don't want all of this, and we don't stay long enough for it to actually get better and weather the storms. So he's right in that sense. I'm going to wrap this video out. Uh, Andrea Seaver said, "What stop you?" I contacted a few surgery places and they said they would do it, and a few of them even said they would do it for free. What stopped me was me and Babe made a deal that we were actually gonna get into the gym and work out. And if I couldn't get my body the way I wanted to in the gym, me I would do it. That's what stopped. That's what stopped me, Andrea. Patsy Barnett said, I think about the shortcut all the time, but I'm scared. Just the tummy door. Same here. I thought about it. I definitely did. Went as far as to do inquiries and all of that. Paula W says, stay blessed and beautiful. Bye. Bye, Paula. And Claudette Sterling said, people that does that is telling the creator that they're not satisfied with the way they are. Honestly, it can be a host of things. It can be self-esteem issues. It can be because you're constantly made fun of the way how your body is shaped. It can be a whole bunch of things. But Whether people want to change their body cosmetically or in the gym, the only thing I have to say is make sure you're doing it for you if you're going to go with a gym or cosmetics, and make sure you're taking care of your health. That is for and foremost your health. But anyways, I'm gonna get off this live. I hope you guys enjoyed, and everybody that's going to watch the replay, because majority of my viewers normally watch replay. Thank you guys for watching. Comment in the comment section all the topics that you want to talk about next week, and I'll see you then. Deuces. Punky Allen, you're late, but hi and bye. Oh, before I end this live, before me end the live, yeah, I saw somebody say, "Hey, cause if yeah, I think that's a real blood relative. If me skip over your comment, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had too much going on my brain. But big up to you, cause big up to you.